YouTube. Hi, welcome to Whims Say and Whims of Say and Sew. Tonight, you are going to have myself, Regina, and my sister friend, LaWanda, as your host. And tonight, we will be doing crafting and just having normal conversation. So, let's start off. I'm going to introduce myself again. My name is Regina, and I am a mother, a grandmother, and a wife that began to do crafting as um, a mental help for myself. So, me and my sister friend came up with the idea, oh, hey, we should craft and we should just talk. So tonight is our first night, and that's what we're gonna do. And now I'm gonna introduce my sister friend.
We way too hype. I'm gonna say yes. So my name is Lawanda. We've been friends for a long time, and then we just came up with we're always on the phone and we're always crafting. And we was like, let's make a YouTube channel because other people like to craft and other people
Mhm.
like to talk. So outside of that, I'm also a mother, um, friend. I'm not a wife. Um,
Not
yeah,
yet.
that was for somebody. I'm not a wife. Let's see. I make nails, I make wigs. We make everything. So what we're gonna do, our topic tonight, what were we making? The ties?
Yeah. The topic
Okay.
is tie. What is it? Tie and torn.
That works.
Okay.
That
Tie
works.
and
That works.
torn. Um. Basically, what we're gonna do, we are going to craft by decorating our ties. Um. During that time, we'll be talking. We really don't have a specific topic. So whatever comes to mind, that's what we're going to discuss.
We do
We
know, where did you get the idea for the ties?
I got the ideas from the ties because I'm a crafter and I like to do different crafts. So I saw this young lady and I don't remember her name, but I will go back and find out what her name is. I
Okay.
will go back. So she decorated the ties. I don't know if you guys know about, they call them junk socks. I got a problem with saying junk. I say glamour. So I figured, hey, if I could do some glamour socks, maybe we could do some ties and it'll be different. So that's where I got that idea from.
Okay. And I think we talked about it. And then, but I think I wrote down the name of the first lady I saw. Her name was Jen Restyle Fashion, but she spells it like
Ooh,
J apostrophe E N. Yeah, she's a bad
that's
chick. Like
cute.
she makes everything. But I think that's where I came up from it. And then from that, we were like, what? We wanted to talk about um how the ties apply to real life, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yep.
like the ties. So that's where like what ties us, what are we tearing from or tearing away from? How are we mending, incorporating in that into our lives? So I don't think either one of us said that we're trying to move closer to Christ. So
Yeah.
we talk a lot about Christ. We're still in the making.
Yeah.
We got a long
We're
way to
still,
go.
yeah, we do. We do. We are working towards that goal, but we're not perfect.
All right, so we're gonna get into these ties, and then we're also gonna talk.
Oh, that
So,
tie is pretty.
so
Oh,
yeah.
I like that tie.
So when we were planning this, I went to the Goodwill and I got a couple ties. And like I already told you, I walked around the wrong way. I looked at the ties last, and I had a cart full of stuff and like only like two or three ties.
Those
So
are cute.
I like them, but you know what? I don't know why I'm stuck in like Don't this scream 80s?
Yes, but it's beautiful.
I'm
Tie
stuck in the
dye.
80s and the 90s.
But you
So
know
that
what?
dates me, and I tell people how old I am, but like that era got a
That's
chokehold on me.
that's cute. I like that. And I like the other one. I look at that one as being like a Izod. Remember back in the 80s?
People still
Izod
wear
was
iPod.
they do?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I think my
But
son wanted some Izod polo shirts. So yeah,
oh
this one's
wow.
this one.
I like that one. Gives me
Okay.
like that uh private school uniform type of
Oh,
look.
I was like, where are we going? I was like private dancer. That's
That's what I well, hey,
okay.
whatever you feel.
Let me see what you're working with.
Okay, so I decided to do my tie. So what I did was I handmade a tie. It only took me 25 minutes. I sewed my tie by hand. So this is the tie. I had some leftover blue jean material. And then I love to shop at Dollar Tree for some of my crafts.
Whoop,
So
whoop.
I went to Dollar Tree a while back and found me a ponytail holder that had this bandana that was tied to it. So I was like, what can
Oh,
I do with
okay.
that? So I pre-did my bow, okay? And then I have my little gibbets that I'm gonna
Okay.
add to it.
So I think we're doing ties, but we're doing two different ways to do it. Because I didn't do the denim one. I want to do that one day, and I think
Uh-huh.
I'm going to like. I may have to put like I'm gonna have to link her at the bottom, like show where I got it from. But she
Okay.
folded hers and made it look like a little. I don't even know how to say it.
Bow kind
Um,
of like a brooch bow tie.
yes, I think that's what they called it. Something,
Mm-hmm.
something, something like that.
And now that
So,
you mentioned her, and I'm sorry for cutting you off,
all
but
right.
the other lady, I seen too. The first lady, I'm sorry, I cannot remember her name, but the other lady, she was on Etsy. Her name was Rack J.
Yeah, you showed me her. You showed me her,
Mm-hmm.
but we'll have to link her below as well.
Yep, yep.
Um, so I'm thinking, and I think we're both turning these into necklaces.
Yes, necklace ties.
All right. So I have an old. I'm not gonna say it's old. Never mind. Okay. So for those of you who don't know, Regina also sells jewelry. We have a problem with that. So I'm
Yes.
gonna use a necklace that you gave me,
Oh.
and I probably will take. I don't know. The dog tags might add a little touch, but I think I'm gonna take those off, and this is gonna be my necklace. And then I don't know. I got a whole bunch of trinkets. Like I save a whole bunch of my junk jewelry, and then we're just gonna make something. So,
Mm-hmm.
I think to start us off, sis, what has you tied?
What
Like,
has
I think like what for you feels like had us bound for a long time, or what's for you?
for me, what I was bound with, so when I started crafting, um, it was back when the pandemic hit. Nothing else to do because in the back of my mind, I just felt like, oh, they sent us home. It'll be a matter of time where we're not going to be needed and we won't have a job. So I decided that I will go out and I will find what is called a Cricut machine. So my goal was when I purchased the Cricut machine, I purchased it to be a card maker, a greeting card maker, because it was very stressful for me when we were sent home from work. So I figured, you know what? If you start making like greeting cards, it doesn't necessarily have to be for a specific holiday or a birthday. But say, I come in contact with somebody that's not having a good day. Hey, you know what? I see you. You look like you need something to brighten your day, or I have something for you, and just bless them with a greeting card. So
Huh?
that's what really started me to crafting. But back on topic. Um,
You were on
what
topic,
I
but
we on
go ahead.
topic.
I
Okay,
interrupted you.
no, you're fine. What I'm torn with is the financial dependency of my job, of corporate America. I want to get to the point where I'll be my own corporate America for myself. So working and crafting, if I continue to do it like I am, my goal is to be in business for myself. So
Okay.
that's what's tearing me. I'm trying to tear away or come from under the dependency of corporate America and their pay.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. It's almost like I know everybody step out on face, do it, but real talk, we got bills.
Hmm.
Um, and not to say that God won't do it. We're not saying that, but
Right.
I guess He'll let us know when it's time to walk
Hmm.
away. But in the meantime, I guess what I hear you saying is you trying to build something for you.
Yep. Yep. That's what I'm trying to do. Build something for me and something to leave behind for for my children and my children's children.
Yeah, that's what I
So
told my oldest daughter, and she was like, "Well, that's polite." So she's a whole different subject. Um, we will discuss her later. But she was like, "Yeah, that's polite. Yeah, mama's trying." So, and I'm thinking for me, as I'm back here struggling, I'm trying to take this tag off of this tie. Um, because I got to make it look like I made this myself. And I think I just cut my tie. I hope not.
if
Okay.
not, you can mend it. You can fix it.
I'm a gluer, sis. Um, but I did. I found some thread. I actually found some thread. I
What?
don't
And you know
know
what?
where I put it. Like I got a whole basket over here of stuff that I left to the side. I'm gonna have to pick that up in a minute. But I'm gonna say for me, like, what keeps me tied? Um, I guess I'm gonna say I have a hard time with forgiveness. I've
Okay.
always had a hard time with forgiveness. So I guess with that, for me, I feel like it keeps me tied because I'm one of those people. I'd rather just be like, um, and I think I hold grudges. Let me say that too. So not necessarily do I have a problem with forgiveness. I can forgive people, but do I want to talk to them anymore? Sometimes no.
Okay.
Um, and you remember we both read the book. Did you read the book?
Let them.
Yes.
I did. I did not finish, but I
But
did.
I feel like that has helped me where um the author Mel Robbins where she said we act like an 8-year old. And I can see that because I have a 6-year-old grandson, but he does the same thing. When he's
Uh,
mad, what do? He just start talking to people.
pouts.
Yeah, and that's
Mm,
kind of what I do. I pout. I just won't call you no more, and you don't even know why I'm mad.
yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's me. I'm trying again because I have to take it back to look at all the things God has forgiven me for. Because he could have just
Hmm.
had an attitude and had a grudge too and been like, yeah. So I guess I'm learning to like resonate that like, who do I think I am that I don't have to talk to nobody because I'm mad. I don't have to forgive people because I'm mad. I
Hmm.
can't really be trying to grow in my faith when he forgives me every day. Because I'm sure I do
Right.
something every day that he look at me like, look at this. Look at this. She doing it again. And so, and then he forgives me. So that's something I'm working on. That's something I am working on.
Yeah.
Okay, so for this tie, hang on, and we're gonna get back on topic. So this tie, the way I saw her do it, hold on, I don't know if you can see in the camera, where I'm gonna just start again. So she
She
says
bunches it.
yeah, but she folded it forward. Hold on.
Hmm.
She folded it forward, then she folded it again, and then I remember she kind of bunched it up, and she took hers and she used the fabric to wrap it around. Oh, I see. Wait,
Ooh.
I think I just saw the revelation. I think I just saw it because I
Oh,
was like, so I think it's like this. Man, I love these
uh-huh.
colors. I
Those
love
are
these colors.
beautiful colors. Did they have another one? Because if they did, could you go back and get me one?
And the Goodwill, I
Girl,
could. It's
yes.
probably somebody granddaddy tie. I
It's
don't
okay.
know.
Well, if you go back, just let me know.
Somebody uncle's tie. This looks like somebody uncle tie. Um, like he probably wore
Okay,
this.
Uncle.
He wore this to the prom in
Not the pride.
1996. All right,
1996.
that was a good
Girl.
year.
It was. It was a great year.
Trying to think, what was I doing in '96? My son was born in '97. We're gonna move on. Okay.
Okay.
'Cause what was I doing in '96? Yeah, we're just gonna move on. If my son was born in '97, if he was my first, yeah, I probably was clubbing, and I was a worker though.
uh,
I would go to work. I would be
well,
at
that's
work.
always a plus. Okay, I'm going to step out. I'm going to step and go get my thread because I need that.
Okay.
So I'll be right back.
All righty.
But I can hear you.